Top 16 Warren Buffett's smartest quotes on frugal living. Explained. 16. No matter how great the talents or efforts, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. The truth is that all good things take time to develop, and that's especially the case with building wealth. 15. We never want to count on the kindness of strangers in order to meet tomorrow's obligations. When forced to choose, I will not trade even a night's sleep for the chance of extra profits. Buffett talks about the importance of relying on what we have to make sure we can survive another day, to pay the bills and keep what we own. Even if something looks promising, it's best to always have a reserve, like an emergency fund, rather than to place our money in the so-called next big thing. 14. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. It's easy to think that price and value are tied together, but there are tons of cases when you can get amazing value for a low price and vice versa. So always research an item before purchasing to see if it's of good value aside from its price. 13. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. How much risk would you say it takes to walk to your bathroom? It's likely very low because you trust you can do it easily. Because you know what you are doing, the risk becomes minimal. And this advice can be applied to anything regarding frugal living. 12. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. The only way you can get rich is through your actions, and that means investing in yourself first can help you achieve any goal you want. 11. Never depend on a single income. Make an investment to create a second source. It's worth trusting Warren Buffett's words here and considering having a side hustle to secure against unexpected circumstances. It'll also help you get rich more sustainably. 10. Rule number 1 is never lose money. Rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. It couldn't be stated more clearly. Money is our lifeline, so doing our best to never lose money is a guaranteed way to survive and eventually get rich by making the best choices with our money. 9. If you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. This not only applies to the stock market, but to purchases in general. When it comes to slow living, you want to make sure things last. So if you don't think you'll want to own an item for 5 to 10 years of your life, then it's not worth buying. 8. The best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. While he intended this for investment, it can be applied to buying items. For example, when grocery store items get cheaper, that's the best time to spend a bit more to buy them in bulk. 7. You do things when the opportunities come along. I've had periods in my life when I had a bundle of ideas come along, and I've had dry spells. If I get an idea next week, I'll do something. If not, I won't do a damn thing. The importance of taking an opportunity when it comes surely won't disappoint. For instance, if you have a month where you can pay off a chunk of your debt comfortably, then it's definitely a good idea to follow through. 6. Money is not everything. Make sure you earn a lot before speaking such nonsense. While it's true that money shouldn't be your main driving factor, it's still not the best choice to completely neglect the importance of it. To Buffett, balance is key. It can be hard saving money, and sometimes it's easier to neglect the importance of it. But if you want to change and learn to save money, then subscribe to Investors Weekly for tons of great content of money-saving tips and frugal living. 5. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. The importance of surrounding yourself with frugally driven people will help you continuously become more frugal every day and help you save more and generally be happier. 4. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. It's part of nature for things to be destroyed extremely quickly, and that applies to your money. It's always best to be prepared by having your money in investments and making sure you always have an emergency fund. 3. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Saying no is tandem with minimalism. You only want to have the things you really need, and that'll cause you to say no a lot more than you'll say yes. 2. It's not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. There's a big misconception that great things can only happen with great action. However, most successful people, Warren Buffett included, realize that what makes extraordinary results happen is a bunch of small, really well-executed steps. Before I share this last tip with you, let us know in the comments below whose frugal living habits you'd like us to cover next. 1. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Habits are what will help you build wealth bigger than you can dream of, or bring you into more debt than you thought possible. So it's always important to kick bad habits out and to constantly build good ones that'll help make your life better and make saving money easier.